You want to do the honors?
Okay, why not? You ready?
It's just one big one if you want.
You do it.
No, you want to do it?
You do it.
All right. Here we go. That's it. We
Praise
good.
the Lord. Yo, I think that might be the intro to every show. And somebody hits somebody clapping. Yo, I'm telling you,
praise the Lord.
All the years,
hallelujah,
being a young kid, and even though everybody that know me know I don't do church, but spending so much time there as a kid, like,
but
I swear every time I hear people clapping and shit, and they stop. You know, they stop clapping and shit, and the pastor come up and go, everybody go, praise the Lord, amen. That's how he start the sermon. I can't help it. The shit just stays in my head. Praise the Lord,
amen, hallelujah.
Mm-hmm. Let the church say amen. Mm-hmm. Good evening, ladies and gents.
Welcome.
YouTube land.
Welcome back.
We missed y'all. Hope y'all missed us.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a hectic week, at least for me.
Definitely.
Fucking tired.
For all of us.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because if anyone should have any excuse to not do anything, it would be you. But you get shit done. So we gotta have to talk about that soon too.
Listen, man, I don't like talking about myself, honestly. It makes it a whole lot easier to talk about other stuff. But I mean, yeah, if that's a topic that
sense of motivation don't hurt nobody.
I guess it is what it is. You know, I just don't believe in complaining or crying over spilled milk.
Yeah.
Get shit done.
Just do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what the circumstances are, everybody got a battle they fight in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and your battle it may be different than other people's. They don't make it no easier, no tougher.
Yeah.
You know, everybody got a battle.
Everyone has a battle, especially nowadays, right?
Yeah.
And back then, well, not even back then, even if this pandemic didn't even start, the struggle was always, I ain't got time.
Yeah.
I ain't got time.
Which is bullshit. People make time for what they want to make time for.
Exactly. And they'll say, well, I ain't got time to go to the gym. I ain't got time to get healthy. Or,
you got time to sit around and get fucking fat?
Yeah. Exactly.
So you got listen, man, I'll tell you, I always tell people, right? It take a lot of focus to have a big body. No matter what the fuck it's made of, right? It take consistency to be a big motherfucker. Yeah. Whether you a big fat motherfucker or you a big muscular motherfucker.
Strong motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? It take effort and consistency. It take you going through the drive-thrus on a regular motherfucking basis to get your big ass that big. It take a whole lot of Big Macs and large fries and strawberry milkshakes and Sonic burgers with the extra bacon bits on the motherfucker. Burgers. Like,
I don't think I ever had a burger from Sonic.
Me neither. But I'm just going off the top of my head at this point.
Yeah.
But in order to be successful, and I'm not saying this to be a dick, because the term successful
can determine in many ways.
Yeah, it can be determined in many ways.
Yeah.
But guess what? If you're 400 pounds, you've been successful getting fat.
Right.
And being unhealthy.
You won.
I want to preface my comments, or not preface because I've already said it. I'm not making fun of fat people.
No.
In fact, our job is to help overweight people.
Right.
But I'm just saying that anytime you accomplish something, good or bad, you've been successful doing it.
Right.
You understand? If you're a career criminal and you got a fucking rap sheet 10 feet long, you've been very successful getting fucking arrested.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
there is no, I mean, people was be like fat shaming and shit. But
that's
not even the case.
All you punk motherfuckers out there, man. I'm tired of the pussification of society. You can't say nothing about nobody or even try to help people without the shit being twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You make a comment about, the state of relationships today, and it's, you're a male chauvinistic pig, or that's toxic masculinity. Goddamn toxic masculinity. I'm just saying sometimes motherfuckers don't know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. It's real talk.
That ain't toxic masculinity.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But it's okay for someone to smoke cigarettes, right? And if you try to tell them, listen, yo, that shit will kill you. What's it to you? But it's okay. It's not okay for you to tell someone, yo, you a little overweight. Time for you to lose some weight.
Yo.
Right?
Matter of fact, take it a step further. We sit and we say to people who are drug addicts, who are alcoholics, yo, you need help.
Right.
Because this shit is going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? if you say the same thing to somebody that's fat,
forget
you're
about
fat
it.
shaming.
Exactly.
How the fuck does that work? Mind you, y'all can look this shit up for yourselves because I've looked at these statistics a million times. Okay, drug overdoses kill 30,000 people a year. Do you know how many people die due to obesity-related illnesses? Cancer, heart disease, diabetes, stroke,
Obesity
all that
is number
shit.
one?
Yo, cancer and heart disease, which obesity is the main underlying factor of those two things.
Okay.
Cancer kills about 500-something thousand people a year. Heart disease is 600-something thousand. Combined, that's 1.1, almost 1.2 million people a year that obesity-related illnesses kill. But I'm wrong when I say get your big ass up and moving.
Get your ass off
I'm
the
wrong
couch.
when I sit and I say some of these famous women who are I'm not talking about the ones with healthy curves.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones that are big and then how big is beautiful.
Yeah.
Listen, sex, and I always be the first to say, sexy and being sexually attractive and being healthy are two totally different things.
Totally.
You understand?
Yep.
Like it's just the truth. Like listen,
You could be big and healthy.
Listen, very rarely. And if you are, it's because you got youth on your side.
Genetics.
You understand? You got youth on your side. Case in point, I've trained people who were younger, extremely overweight. And they go to the doctor, they show me, they write up. Because, you know, all of our clients, they fill out a medical history form before they start training.
Yep.
And the workup would be fine, right? If you 400-something pounds for 300-something pounds, and you don't have high blood pressure, heart disease, and risk for diabetes and all that, it's because one, you got pretty decent genetics on your side, and two, you're still young.
Right.
You understand?
Yep.
The human body is not designed to carry 400-something pounds over an extended amount of time. I'll be the first to tell you, you've heard me say this. Right now, I'm approximately 245. I'm not carrying all this goddamn weight after 40. I got 2 more years to be this goddamn. And actually, I'm working to trim this shit off now.
You got to go. It starts with a goal, right?
Yo,
You got
bro,
something to look
I'm
forward
not
to.
carrying this shit after 40 years old. You want to know why? Because ain't no big muscular motherfuckers in the nursing homes.
Nah. But if there's any time to get ready,
Big is big, and it's not healthy
Right.
after you get past a certain point.
Yeah, of course. But if there's any time to start getting healthy, it'll be
Well, it's
now.
now.
Right, it'll be now.
Due to this COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing, right? Because we've been discussing this shit behind the scenes a million times, you know, time and time again. This COVID pandemic has shown how important it is to maintain your health on a regular basis, just in general. Not waiting until shit hit the fan, not waiting until, you know, another situation like this comes about, knock on wood, a million times, we hope it don't.
Right.
Okay? But the vast majority of people, the number one group of people who are dying from this are the elderly. Very simple. Their bodies are older.
They're more prone to it.
Yeah, they're older. And it kind of mimics this. The COVID actually mimics the flu in the aspect of the groups of people that it kills. It's literally identical. When you look at the people that are most susceptible to the flu, the regular seasonal flu, it's the elderly.
The elderly, right.
Right? It's extremely young children, right, who haven't been vaccinated. You got a young baby that just came home. Even on a good day, you got a young baby just came home from the hospital. You got a newborn baby. Everybody germy ass shouldn't be in and out of your fucking house seeing that baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then the only people that are in the prime of their lives that really have to worry, for the most part, there's always an exception to the rule, are people with pre-existing medical conditions. Right? Now, let's get into that. Pre-existing medical conditions have become so commonplace because we're so unhealthy as a society. Do you know what a pre-existing medical condition is that could kill you when it comes to COVID?
Diabetes,
yeah.
You know
how many people walking around here with fucking diabetes?
Too many.
A whole lot. Young kids.
Too many. Yeah, especially kids.
Young kids. I remember back when we were growing up, only people I knew with diabetes was old ass relatives. And you would see them sitting at Thanksgiving dinner, injecting their insulin in their belly and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead and watch this video. We having technical difficulties. Danny gonna hook y'all up. Jim. Great gym, man. Well, that ain't to change the name of it.
Well, if you know this place,
South Shore Iron.
then you know South Shore Iron.
Yeah.
So look this
South
place
Shore
up.
Iron. But yo, beautiful spot, owned by my man Dave and his partners, Dave McIntyre. Center Stage on Instagram. Beautiful spot. All the leg machines are downstairs. So be forewarned. You come here do legs. You're walking over, but you're limping back.
Come check this shit out.
Welcome back. We all good, up and running. But diabetes is a huge underlying factor when it comes to people that either, unfortunately, expire or pass away due to COVID or contracting COVID. And it's rampant. Diabetes, that's a whole goddamn epidemic on its own. That's a whole epidemic on its own.
Yeah.
Next up is high blood pressure. That shit is just as common, if not more common, than diabetes is. The great part is that once you get diabetes, you're a diabetic forever.
For life.
If you get high blood pressure, you can reduce it and be totally.
You can reduce it and manage it, but
you can reduce and manage it and never have high blood pressure again.
You can, but a lot of it has to do with genetics as well, right?
Some of it has to do with genetics.
Yeah.
Like there's certain people that are genetically
uncontrollable, ain't it?
It depends. Like if you now you're getting into DNA and how people that are genetically predisposed or genetically predisposed to having certain things.
Right.
Like, for example, if both of your parents have diabetes, that's 100% of your parenting or your parental unit that has diabetes. Now, every generation you go back, you got to double the amount of people.
Right.
So now your two parents were a product of 4 people. So out of your 4 grandparents, let's say out of the 4, 3 of them had diabetes. Mm-hmm. So now you got 100% of your parents that have diabetes. You got 75% of your grandparents that had diabetes. Now you got 8 great-grandparents. Let's say out of that 8, 6 of them had diabetes. There's a pretty good fucking chance you're going to have it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you take good care of yourself during your life, you can lessen those chances. Like, as soon as you, let's say, pop out the coochie, right? Mm-hmm. When you're born, you might have a 50% chance of developing diabetes or 60-something% chance.
Yeah.
How well you take care of yourself or don't raises or decreases that. Mm-hmm. Whether you smoke or not raises or decreases it. What your eating habits are, whether you manage your weight properly. It's a lot of different things taken into consideration.
Yeah.
Now, if you manage it all great, there's a pretty good chance that once you get to a certain age, you're going to have it anyway. Mm-hmm. But at least you'll have it at 60, 70 years old.
Right.
When you get diagnosed with diabetes at an early age, that shit is so taxing on your body. You ain't got to take my word for it. Look at the numbers when it come to COVID.
Shoot,
look at the numbers when it come to
different stages of diabetes as well.
Yeah, well, you got type 1, type 2.
Type 2, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, man.
It's a lot to it. I mean, the best way to do it is just take care of yourself in an all-around perspective.
Absolutely. And you don't wait till shit hit the fan.
You're
See,
right.
I see people.
You don't want to wait till the doctor says, yo, you're almost there, so you might as well start changing when you eat. When you don't want to do that when you're like 40, 50 years old. You want to do that at if you can at an earlier age.
Well, the funny part is in this, I'm glad you touched on that, right? Mm-hmm. Because nowadays you're hearing a lot of people, and it's been going on for quite some time, getting on and being so critical of the medical industry and doctors. Doctors are the biggest drug dealers on the face of the earth.
Right.
Yeah, when you force them to fucking be. Guess what? I don't know any doctor, and I don't know anybody that has ever had, and I could be wrong because I don't know everything, but I've never come across any situations where doctors force medicine on you that you might not need. Meaning, every single time I've had a client that has told me they were diabetic on diabetic medication, high blood pressure on high blood pressure medication, high cholesterol they're on, cholesterol lowering medication, water pills, all types of shit, right? I always ask, how long did your doctor tell you to stop eating the shit that you were eating, or stop drinking so much alcohol, or to get your weight under control before they prescribed you these meds? Every time, 100 out of 100 or 1,000 out of 1,000 times. Oh, for a long time. So guess what? You forced your doctor to be a fucking drug dealer.
Right.
You understand me? Doctors ain't got. When I go get my checkup, my doctor don't have a diabetes script for metformin sitting on the fucking desk. You understand? They don't prescribe me. They don't. Danny's not on high blood pressure medication. I'm not on high blood pressure medication. You understand? So when you paint your doctor into a corner, when your doctor been telling you for 20 goddamn years, hey, chicken's not bad for you, but the fucking fried chicken is, and you just refuse to stop eating fried chicken, that is not your doctor's fault when he has to give you blood pressure medication.
You got to do the work.
That's your fault.
Yeah, you got to do the
Everybody want to point the finger. Everybody want to point the finger.
That's the easy way out.
Nobody want to hold the mirror up.
Nobody want to hold the mirror up.
It's fucking crazy.
They want to point the finger at themselves.
You know that old saying, it's corny as a motherfucker, right? But they always say, remember back when we were younger, they said, whenever you point one finger at somebody, you got 3 fucking fingers pointing back at you. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
It's your own fault.
Nobody want to hear that shit, though.
You got to deal with the consequences. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, when you're told you got to change your eating habits or anything else in that nature, it's more, it's already too late. It's not too late to manage it, but you've already been told as a kid at a younger age. Listen, you gotta stay healthy. When you get older, it's gonna catch up to you. You always hear these things.
Well, that depends though, because let's say you take a kid come from a family where nobody healthy. You take a kid come from a family where everybody's obese.
Yeah,
and nobody's really into health and wellness. They in a drive-through every goddamn night for dinner.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen this shit, Danny. I've trained people. You've trained a lot of people who got glove compartments full of fucking sauce from Taco Bell.
Twizzlers.
Yo, it's insane,
sauce from Taco
bro.
Bell,
yo. Oh, you need some mild sauce? How the fuck you got mild sauce just sitting in this motherfucker?
Open the glove box real quick.
You need some sweet sour sauce. Yeah, you get. How we get? Be like, yo, we just went to McDonald's, but we ain't take your car. Oh, I got some sweet and sour sauce in the whip. Who the fuck?
That's some funny shit.
That's some wild shit. Damn. That's how you know you eat a lot of fast food. When you got random condiments from the fast food restaurant just laying in the crib.
You need some napkins too,
I ain't got none of that shit in here. Yeah, they got McDonald's napkins. You know somebody fucking up then. Damn. I'd have caught clients with that shit. I'd have caught clients with that. Back in the day when my schedule wasn't too crazy, I would ride to the gym with clients. Sometimes I'd pull up to their crib and I'd be like, yo, we're going to take a field trip. And they'll be like, oh, I'll drive, I get in the car. And they were like, yeah, I've been eating good, and all this other shit. I'm looking down.
Rappers
I'm
on
like,
the floor.
Motherfucking McDonald's napkin in this bitch. And they're going to tell me, oh, no, I just got a coffee.
You ain't lying to me.
It smell like fries in this bitch. Because you know McDonald's fries. That smell staying for a long
staying
time.
There for a real long time. You got the barbecue sauce under the seat. Get out of here.
Slam on the brakes and the fucking sauce come right out. Yo, man, yeah. So
if there's no better time to get in shape, what we're saying is now is the time.
No. Actually, Danny's being too nice. It was before this shit was the fucking time.
Before was
the time.
If anything, now is the time to start.
You know what getting in shape now during COVID is like? Right?
Yeah, but
you know what it's like?
Gonna get worse from here on out.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Right? Listen, you know what trying to be healthy during COVID is like?
Yeah.
Right? It's like, well, I say it like this: if you have pre-existing medical conditions, and now all of a sudden you want to try to get healthy because you in a panic. One, it don't just people think, oh, I'm going to buy a bunch of vitamin C. This shit don't work like that. Your body needs time to build up an immunity. Your body ain't no light switch. It just don't turn off and on.
Right.
You spent years being unhealthy, and you think you gonna pop some fucking vitamin C and some emergency, and you gonna be good.
You bounce back.
Yo, sitting around and being unhealthy your whole life, and now you want to rush and do it during COVID. That's like a fucking husband, right? Who been like an absentee spouse. And his wife been giving him little hints like, spend time with me. Yeah, no, we should go out on a date and all this other shit. for years, and then she come home with the divorce papers, and then you want to take the bitch out on a date. It's too late, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, that's a good
You want to
point.
take her out on a date, and she done went to the divorce attorney already?
That's a good point. But
Stupid.
You
Should have been to that
I probably
shit.
ain't being a little nice about it, but you still can't go out there and go for a nice walk or a nice jog if you never did any type of exercise.
Nah, you're right.
or
I was
ride a
just
bike
being
or
a
something.
dick with my analogy
No, I know.
to a certain extent. But I'm just being real. Like you don't wait till shit hits the fan.
Right. You
don't
don't
wait until
Be
you gotta
prepared.
file bankruptcy to go see a financial planner.
Yeah. Be prepared so you don't have to get
Be
prepared.
preemptive.
Right.
Be preemptive.
Right.
When you see a problem coming, you handle that shit.
Yeah.
I raise my kids the same way. I always tell people, if you think you wait,
But no one could predict this pandemic.
I don't give a
though.
shit, Danny. I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, you live your life according to what can potentially happen.
Yeah.
We got a whole industry based on that. It's called fucking insurance.
Yeah.
You have insurance. Whether you ever get into a car accident, you have to have fucking car insurance. Mm-hmm. I did car insurance for 4 years, wrote thousands of policies. I've written insurance for people. I've run their record clean. Motherfuckers, I ain't never got an accident, never got a ticket. Guess what? Them motherfuckers need insurance too.
Yeah. That's
You
true.
understand? You can live to be 120. You need life insurance, right?
Definitely.
So just because something may never happen, this is the whole reason why, like we discussed in the last show, I'm not concerned about getting COVID and being deathly ill or dying. You had it. You bounced back mad quick. Why?
Yeah.
Because you fucking take care of yourself. I'm just concerned because
But
I have a...
God forbid I had any underlying conditions. Though.
Yeah.
You never know.
But you're right. But because I am more concerned with other people besides my fucking self,
Yeah.
I'm concerned about getting it and potentially passing it to either someone directly who doesn't have the immune system that I have, maybe
Right.
underlying medical conditions, or giving it to someone who is healthy and then they take it home to somebody who can't fight it. That's what I'm concerned about. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to live your life preemptively. Everything that we do is preemptive.
Right.
When they tell you, you young, start putting money away for your retirement. You don't wait till you fucking 10 years before retirement to start saving.
Nah.
You got to put half your paycheck away at that point.
Right.
But guess what? You start early, you can just get away with putting 10, 20% of your paycheck away. You know what I'm saying?
Do a little bit.
Yeah.
Do a little bit each time.
That's like you think about it. I could give you a million analogies that's equivalent to you being super unhealthy and then COVID coming. Now you want to go ahead and fight fire with fire.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're like, you haven't spoken to your kids about sex, but your daughter come home with a pregnancy scare, then you want to talk about, motherfucker, you should have been to
A
that.
little bit too late for that. Yeah.
Should have been to that.
Should have been prepared for
You know, so we got to get on the ball with this, man. We got to be better. We got to be better.
You gotta stay ready.
You know, the obesity rate is through the roof
Yeah.
between people that are just overweight, excuse me, and then obese, and then clinically obese are the next two steps. Yo, man, it's too much. It's too much, and that's another one. I didn't even get to that. I just naturally got there. We went over diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Yo, do you know simply being obese is considered a pre-existing medical condition?
Right, and some people
You don't even have
born,
to have
Some
none.
people are born that way though.
Motherfucker, I was a fat baby. You ain't born. I mean, you're not
I mean,
born to be fat.
Some people are raised that way though. Unconditionally, because parents and whatnot.
Yes,
so a lot of it has to do with the parenting as well.
Everything got to do with parenting.
Yeah.
Every single person that we've ever trained, right?
We all was born fat.
Yo, I was a fat little motherfucker. Every single person that we've ever trained that I've had to go over meal plans with that sit and tell me, oh, I don't eat these types of vegetables. Oh, I don't eat that. I don't eat that. You want to know what it all goes back to? They mother let them eat whatever the fuck they want.
Right, exactly.
They mother let them eat whatever they wanted. And if they didn't want to eat that, or they got some chicken nuggets, or they had a bowl of cereal, or they were never forced to sit and eat green vegetables. They were never forced to sit and eat some broccoli, some spinach, some squash, some cauliflower, some green peas. All the shit that's great for you. They were never forced to sit and eat it.
Yeah.
So now they grow up and they've never developed a taste for it. And now they stuck.
Now they're steering away from
Now
it.
they staying away from it.
Yeah.
And their lives literally depend on it. Yo,
Yeah.
people don't understand that shit, man.
How important these greens are.
We've been sitting there saying, I've been saying this shit behind the scenes for forever. Being a parent, You don't even understand the amount of power that you yield in people's lives when you're a fucking parent. You setting these kids up for forever. You setting up future generations of your family for forever. Mm-hmm. The shit that you sprinkle on your kids, and you take, they're like trees. Whatever you water them with, they're gonna grow. They're gonna reproduce that, and then you allow these kids to walk around here, do what they want, say what they want, eat what they want, and then they grow up, and now shit go left, and now you want to start a GoFundMe page and want me to pray for you motherfuckers?
Right. You should have did
nah, you should have did your fucking job before.
You should have did it.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I've been a heartless bastard for a long time, right? Because listen, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, though. If you speaking what it is, then that's what it is.
Listen to this shit, D. I swear to you, learned the hard way. I kid you not. I remember being at church with my mother as a kid. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my crazy mother. And we finished choir practice, so my mother had choir practice. So we had to be there, obviously. And everybody circles up, and they got a little prayer circle. So we praying, Sister Johnson's in the hospital. We praying for Brother Robinson, all this other shit. And by the time I was like 8, 9 years old, I'm like, we keep praying for the same motherfuckers over and over again. Right? So, Brother Robinson, his sugar's up. He in the hospital again because he in a diabetic coma. I'm like, I swear to you, Danny. I'm like 9 years old. I'm thinking, I'm not wasting no more prayers on these motherfuckers. They keep coming out and eating the same shit all over again. I'm gonna have to pray for these motherfuckers again 6 months from now.
Pray for them to stop eating.
Fuck that. And y'all gonna let them come out and eat shit. When they come out, we gonna have a celebration and feed them the same shit, put them in the hospital in the first fucking place. Like, it didn't make no sense to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's the culture.
Got me wasting my prayers. I said, I'm saving my prayers for when I fucking need them shit. I ain't wasting no prayers. Fuck Brother Robinson.
That home cooked food, man. It's not the best sometimes. It's good. It tastes the best, but it's not the best health wise.
Tastes good. Your tongue and your taste buds love it. And your liver and your kidneys is screaming. Yeah. Processing all that goddamn
your
salt.
Your arteries are like, I can't breathe.
Bananas.
Clogging up.
Bananas.
But we in there.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Yeah. All right. We're gonna get into the vaccine.
Yeah. The COVID vaccine.
The COVID vaccine, right?
Yes.
COVID vaccine. Yes. They say they have they're having great results, successful results with the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, Pfizer's claiming 95% effectiveness.
Even with 95%, you still wanted to take it at 95%?
I mean, how much other shit do we take? This is where I'll say for me, yes. And here's why. I know, a lot of people going to pass judgment or whatever the case is.
Yeah, it is what
I really don't give a shit.
Fuck.
But people seem to forget that the vast majority, or not the vast majority, every single fucking disease that was ravaging our society 100+ years ago has been eradicated due to the medical industry.
Right.
Like let's remember that shit. Okay. Yep. 100+ years ago, let's say at the turn of last century, the average life expectancy was like barely 50 years old. In fact, funny story is, if my memory serves me correctly, when they first came up with the concept of Social Security, which you can collect at 62 years old, right? They made that the Social Security age because motherfuckers weren't living that long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they raised
so like right now they're saying that Social Security is in danger of going bankrupt, whatever the case is.
They say it's going to expire. It may expire.
But it's because it was never designed to support tens of millions of people that were living to be 70, 80, 90, 100 years old.
Right.
So just those facts alone tell you how great the medical industry is. At the same time, I'm not saying they don't make mistakes. And they have not done shit in the past that was questionable or what have you. But at the end of the day, okay, I'm trusting the fucking experts. In every other aspect, I said this in another show that we just did recently. In every other aspect of our lives, we trust the experts.
But even as someone like yourself, like you say, You're not scared of the COVID, but you're afraid of passing it to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Right? So do you think with the vaccine is going to help your immunity opposed to passing it to somebody else?
Yeah, because if you can't become infected with it, you can't transmit it.
Right.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? It prevents it. It stops it here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the problem is, or it stops it there, because you don't even get to you. And the problem is that, you know, we got to pick our poison, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's tired of the mask. Everybody's tired of the social distancing. Everybody's tired of the kids not being in school. Okay, so they go, here, I got something to fix it. And you go, no, I don't want it. Well, guess what? Shut the fuck up. Keep wearing your mask.
Keep wearing the mask.
You understand? Like, we got to pick and choose here.
Right.
We can't.
I mean, if anything, it should be optional. It shouldn't be a mandated.
Well, here's the thing, right? Every other vaccine that your kids must get
before they go to school and stuff.
It's not optional.
Right.
That's not optional. You understand? Like, if your kids don't get their shots,
then they ain't going to school.
Yo, Jamel just had to fucking get, I forget what the last shot was that I forgot to get him before school started. And it just so happened it was a shot that they get every few years. Or he had to get part 2 of it, whatever it was. And that shit came up. They were like, yo, he got to get it this week. Called, made an appointment, boom. He was good. But I just don't understand the aspect of, like, here's what drives me crazy. I'll see people, I'll give you one example before I even get to the vaccine part. I'll see people who might see me have an energy drink, which I don't drink a whole lot of them, but because of my schedule, sometimes I need a little pick-me-up.
We all need a little bit here and
right?
there. Yep.
Oh, those will kill you. You're crazy? I thought you were healthy. As they're putting out a fucking cigarette. You understand?
Yeah.
Or somebody telling me that, and I'm looking at them, and once again, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm just calling it what it is.
It is what it is.
They'll say to me, oh, same thing. Those energy drinks will kill you.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, dude, you haven't looked down and saw your dick since high school. You got a belly out here, and you telling me this one. The one thing, you around me all the time, Danny.
Yep.
All my meals I eat, I cook.
Yeah. I
drink a shit ton of water every day. The weakest link in my health and wellness regime is probably my lack of sleep, which we were just joking about. Okay? If I got, and I always say,
I mean, we ain't perfect.
Right? Yeah, life is about strikes. You can't have too many strikes against you. That's what the pre-existing conditions are about. Everybody's body is only able to handle a certain amount of things. And when you have pre-existing conditions, you already got diabetes, you got high blood pressure, and then you give your body COVID, your body's like, nah, you bugging. I can't handle all this shit.
I think they're afraid of the vaccine, what it consists of.
But here's what I was gonna say. Here's what I was getting to. So you got people that are complaining about one thing. Mind you, what they're subjecting themselves to already is worse than what the fuck they want to point the finger at. Right? Now you got all these people. This is gonna piss a lot of people off. So be prepared, right? Get your fucking tissues. All these people out here, oh, I'll never take that vaccine. I'll never take this. I'll never take that. How many of y'all got foreign fucking matter injected into your bodies all for the sake of beauty?
Shit.
How many of you motherfuckers go and get lip injections? How many of y'all, once again, how many of y'all
cosmetic work?
Yo, just because.
Yeah.
Ass shots.
Ass shots.
All types of shit.
Yep.
You motherfuckers are going under the knife for anything.
Super quick, too.
Just because.
Yeah.
And there's an inherent risk with that.
Yeah. And they're paying for it.
Every time you get put to sleep via I call that shit the Michael Jackson juice.
Oh, shit.
Okay? Every time they put that shit in your body, there was a chance you might not wake up. Not making no fun. Ask Kanye West. His mother's not here. God rest her soul. The lady fucking died on the operating table. You understand what I'm saying to you? Now, they said because she had underlying medical conditions, whatever. I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, I always say, if you go in for surgery, it should be some life-threatening shit.
Yeah.
You have to go get this done. You understand? Or you're in extreme pain. You have to go get this procedure done. Not just because, oh, I'm 60 and I want to look 30 again. Bitch, You had your time.
You gotta
let the 30-year-olds be 30 and you be fucking 60.
You gotta embrace it.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look. I mean, we all get
old. It is what it
nowadays,
is.
Right?
But
we're embracing it.
Yeah, but to not get off topic, that's the hypocrisy.
Right.
I'll never take that vaccine. It's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But you go under the knife for any fucking thing.
Anything, and they're paying for it, and the vaccine's supposed to be free.
Exactly.
Yeah. Something that can actually help you. Yeah, and it's free.
Exactly. That'll kill me.
Yeah.
You could have died getting them fucking breast implants. You could have died getting the ass implants. You could have died getting the ass injection. You could have died getting fucking liposuction.
Yeah.
You going to get foreign needles and matter injected in your lips every time you fucking get a chance. But you won't go take a vaccine?
They say they're gonna give it to the
to
the elderly first
because they need it.
Yeah, they're more prone to it.
Yo, do you know also, as far as like, I got some literature here from the Catalyst, right? This article was written by Dr. Richard Muskicki. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly or not.
Muskicki.
Yeah. And
however you pronounce
it goes over the safety and evaluation of vaccines, and it goes over the 3-step trial that vaccines go through in order to be considered safe, right? In the case of COVID, they did a very large testing trial with them. It starts off, the steps that vaccines normally take is they test it on human tissue to see what the effects are. Then they'll escalate it and test it on animals. Then they'll test it on just a very few human subjects. What they do is they give various amounts of the vaccine. They give very little. They give a mid-range. And then but people sign up for this. And then they give you actually more than what the vaccine would be to see what the...
But I think everyone's afraid of the symptoms, though, because they don't know what the vaccine consists of, right?
But
and they say, well...
But Danny, a vaccine is... I can tell you what a vaccine is. Scientifically, a vaccine is the actual illness that they're protecting you from, but it's dead versions of the illness.
Right. It's a smaller
it's a very
dose.
small dosage.
Very small dose.
And it's a dead version of those microbes or viruses or what have you. And giving it to the human or the animal when they're doing the test.
Isn't it supposed to be like an artificial like simulation of what the vaccine is?
What do you mean?
Like, it's not the actual vaccine, a small simulation of the vaccine. It's supposed to be a man-made vaccine to counteract on the COVID-19.
Well, from what I've read, it's actually dead cells of
the vaccine
of the COVID. So, like when they give you the chickenpox vaccine, it's dead cells of the chickenpox virus.
Right. Okay.
You understand? When they give you the flu vaccine, it's dead cells of the flu virus.
Right.
This is just anybody that sees this. If I'm giving false information, feel free to fucking correct me. Yeah. I'm just basically telling you guys what I've read myself.
According to this guy.
Exactly. And this is I read 3 articles about this today.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that at the end of the day, it goes towards the greater good of what we're trying to get back towards, which is normalcy.
Right. Some type of normalcy.
You understand? Like we can't have it both ways. You can't sit and complain, oh God, we need to get back to where we need to be. It's like it's like when Paul Mary's here, financial advisor, right? You call him, somebody could call him, oh, hey, listen, I need help with my finances. He comes, he goes, okay, cool. He goes, okay, you and your wife are making $150,000 a year, but here's the problem. You guys are spending $30,000 a year eating out, okay?
Buying unnecessary bullshit.
Yep. And then the wife turns around and goes, well, I can't go without my eyelashes and my all this stuff and all that. And it's like, well, do you want to buy a house or don't you? Do you want to have enough money to send your kids to college or don't you?
Yep.
Do you want to have money to retire or don't you? Because you ain't going to be able to fucking eat these eyelashes. when you're 65.
You're right.
You understand? Like,
Yep,
life is about choices, man. And I just don't understand the concept.
Yeah.
The very same medical industry, the very same specialists that we run to when shit goes left, and we're willing to listen to when mommy's sick, the baby's sick, daddy's sick, your fucking dog is sick, right? Everybody crying in the fucking waiting room, pleading, help them, help them. These same people that you're saying, fuck you, I'm not listening to you, are the same people you go pleading to for help. Think about this shit when shit go left in your life. Once again, it can't be both. It can't be both here. You gotta pick a side.
Yeah.
You gotta pick. The doctors can't be so intelligent that they're life-saving miracle workers. Not just doctors, the nurses.
They are experts, but everyone makes mistakes, right?
I know that.
So if
I totally understand that.
Yeah, and I think that's the main the thing about it. Like, if you get an injection right now for the vaccine, and then 5-10 years down the line you're getting certain symptoms from the vaccine, like, you don't know. Now you start to question yourself. Damn, I should never took it. You know, there's a lot of sideways.
Yeah, I believe that there's a risk in everything we do, Danny.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like that, and this is another thing that like every way you slice it, there's a risk in everything we do. Take for example training, working out, right? Especially the type of training that we do. Right? Now, we ain't the biggest, baddest motherfuckers walking around. But compared to the average people, compared to the average gym goer, what we do is quite extreme. Okay? Last night, we just finished we did a chest and a back routine. Last set I did with 160-pound dumbbells. Yo, the risk of, now knock on wood, no, damn sure won't risk, wish it on myself nor anybody else. The risk of injury drastically increases the more extreme your workout is.
Right.
Whether it's intensity, whether in particular the more weight that you add, the more, the higher I always use a risk to benefit ratio. Like, what's the risk of this movement or this particular exercise, and is it worth the benefit? Is the risk worth the benefit? Yo, that people tear fucking rotator cuffs and tear
that
their
decision
pecs
you make,
and all that shit,
yeah,
doing shit lighter than that.
Yeah.
So we take an inherent risk every time we go in the gym and do the wild shit that we do.
Right.
But
taking risks, yeah.
But it's, what is it? To us, the potential benefits outweigh the risk.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this fucking world that we do that's guaranteed. Nothing.
You want to get stronger and healthier.
Nothing, Danny. Like, I love you like a brother. We fucking, people die in car accidents every day.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
I could get up, fucking get out of here, and not make it back tomorrow.
Yep.
Same thing with you. But we fucking get up and we do it.
We do it, yeah.
You touched on my schedule, how hectic my schedule is. Yo, I work fucking 80 hours a week. Half the time I'm driving, going to work, wherever I'm working, whether it's an hour away or just a few minutes away, I'm doing this shit on little to no sleep. You know the fucking risk I'm taking doing that shit? But these kids got to fucking eat though, right? So everything we do has a risk.
Right.
Every single thing. You box for years. Every time you set foot in the ring, you risk getting seriously hurt or fucking dying.
I'm paying for it now, though.
Yeah. Boxing averages 7 to 10 deaths a fucking year.
Yeah.
I played football for years. I'm feeling shit that I put my body through in fucking high school. You know what I'm saying? Playing a little bit of semi-pro and shit.
A
So
lot of people get that PT.
Yeah, man. That post-concussion syndrome.
Yeah.
And, so that's what I mean, man. Like, when we sit and we want to, the risk of that. Once again, the risk that all you motherfuckers take getting cosmetic surgery. And that shit is, you can't even argue that. That shit ends that fucking argument right there.
Right.
That shit ends that argument right there. I done heard people say, I'm never taking that. And I would never do that. They've been under the knife more fucking times than I could fucking even count.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, man. Like, you
gotta take risk.
Everything is a risk.
Everything's a risk. That's
Everything is a risk. You invest in the stock market. That's a risk.
If it's been proven by experts and doctors and professionals and whatnot, then I mean, why not, right?
That's my take on it. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong, but once again, the likelihood of being, here's the thing. If you got two people in any aspect, right? Let's take training, for example. Mm-hmm. If you have two people who both, let's say, 100 pounds overweight, and they're looking to lose weight, they both start a workout regimen or program on the same day. Use round numbers, January 1st, 2021.
Yep.
One person who ain't never been involved in working out on their own, never studied it, barely fucking probably passed gym class in high school, decides they're going to go about their weight loss journey and getting healthy by themselves. Person number two, person A does it by themselves. Person B hires a trainer. Expert.
Someone that knows what they're doing.
They know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Who you think after 6 months is more likely to have better results?
The one with the trainer.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Now, it does not mean that the person by themselves, they could be one of them fanatical people who, when they focused on something, they got laser fucking focus, and they can have just as good results.
What are the odds of that, though?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're playing the odds here.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing the odds here. Paul Murray is a fucking whiz when it comes to finances.
Yep.
Right? He been talking to us about investing and all other shit. We doing it. We taking a lot of advice from him. What do you think you're more likely to have success doing? Going at it yourself or listening to somebody that know what the fuck they doing?
Listen to P.
That's my point. There's no other aspect in our lives where we argue against the fucking experts. But now that we have access to, everybody got a fucking access to an internet page or search engines, and they can pull up whatever articles for or against. We got a million sources of information. And because you have, I'll go out on a limb and say certain crackpots that want to go out and speak out against vaccines and all that shit. That's another thing I print. I should have printed that shit out too.
I'm actually looking at a page right now by the FDA. It says that their updated status is there are no current approved vaccines for the prevention of COVID-19 as of yet.
Yeah, because it hasn't been approved. By they're still in the process.
But they're having a lot of success of it, and people are doing very well off.
Yeah, what I was going to mention was when I was doing the research earlier was about vaccines in general, and it pointed to an article that was released in 1997 or 98. I forget the doctor's name, but it mentioned the doctor's name, and it was a study that linked autism to vaccines. From that point forward, that whole fucking conspiracy theory about that shit spread like wildfire.
Right.
And all of a sudden
that's been
now,
tested. That has been
it's been debunked a million times. In fact, the doctor and the company that published that article withdrew it and said, "Yo, we were wrong. We fucked up." And then the doctor lost his goddamn medical license.
Crazy. Damn.
Lost his medical license. But don't nobody know that, though.
Yeah, nobody's going to know about that.
Like, people just take a piece of information, it's posted on social media, or sent, it goes viral or whatever the hell else.
Yeah.
And then people take it as the gospel. Whatever happened to research? Whatever happened to research? I think it's crazy, man. Like I said,
we're going in there like Ray Charles.
Every single other aspect, we trust experts. You need your floor done. Very few people I know doing the fucking floor themselves. You calling a floor guy.
You calling the professionals. That's it.
You understand? You need your car. You want a new coat.
Take it into consideration.
Yeah. But I mean, come on, man. Like, most people I know, you need insurance. Everybody got homeowners insurance, car insurance, life insurance. They got somebody that does that shit for them.
Right.
Very few people are going to handle that shit themselves. Very few people handle their investments themselves. Very few people do anything themselves nowadays. Everything is fucking outsourced. You outsource everything in your life. And now you want to question. The crazy part is this, right? We trust all these other people that are experts in their field.
Yep.
None of which have the amount of fucking training that medical professionals have. Do you know what the fuck it takes to become a doctor?
Years.
You understand?
Yep.
You're going to school till you damn near 30.
But you got to remember also, like we said it before, there's good doctors, great doctors, and there's bad doctors.
Listen, I totally get that, Danny. There's good, bad in every
I'm not against it
profession.
or anything. I'm taking it into consideration.
Yeah.
But you know, you still got to play out the odds.
And once again, the odds show that when you take the advice of someone that has been going to school and practicing medicine in their respective field, as long as you fucking been alive, you're gonna probably be better. And I know notice I said probably. Yeah. More than likely, are probably gonna be better off than if you listen to some motherfucker who just posting random articles on a blog or on a YouTube page.
You gotta do your research.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
Like, come on already. Like, when are we gonna stop it? Like, enough is enough with this shit already. You know what I'm saying? Just because someone says it and says it often and loudly does not make the shit true.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't. Like, if you understand history and you're fucking slightly educated, you understand how dangerous that is. There's a guy that we got into a fucking war with in World War II named Hitler, who said shit loudly and with enough charisma and often enough that he got a whole country to believe that Jews were evil and baked, fried, gassed, and shot, 6 million of these motherfuckers?
It's fucking ruthless.
You understand? All because he got people to believe what he was saying. Because he was convincing enough. You can't just sit and believe everything everybody got to say. It's crazy. You know, you gotta have common sense, but I guess like they say, common sense ain't all that common. Common sense ain't all that common. You know, but we about to wrap it up. Like safe sex.
Yeah. No,
we
good
about
talk.
To wrap it up.
I mean, they gotta know both ends of the spectrum. So
listen, man, it's.
But at the end of the day, it's their decision. They do what they gotta do. Do what they want to do.
And listen, man, these are our opinions, my opinions, Danny's opinions. You know, once again, I mean, who the hell am I?
Stay healthy.
You know, I'm just another fool with a mic.
Stay healthy and do your part. Page.
You know, stay healthy, take care. I tell you this though. Whatever you may believe, not believe, as far as the vaccine go and healthcare experts, what I will hang my hat on is we do need to do a better job taking care of ourselves and each other.
Right.
That's guaranteed. You understand? And that would help prevent a whole lot of this. If America, I'll tell you something else that's a fact in closing. If America wasn't as overweight and unhealthy as we are, the fucking deaths from the COVID numbers wouldn't even be as high as they are.
No, I'm sure.
It would simply be just elderly people passing away and nobody in the prime of their life. There's been tons of people, thousands, tens of thousands that have died that are in our age group simply because they had pre-existing conditions. And I'll leave y'all with that shit. Put that shit in your pipe and smoke it.
Later.
Peace.